are the familiar images of poverty. We can see them in any community, on any day. It's part of the American story, not the pretty part.
Right now, I think I got 2 cents in my pocket.
It's easy to pick out those who've fallen
That's it.
and can't get up, those visible to us, visible unless we choose to look the other way.
Wherever I hear the voice of God is holy ground.
They are separated by only a matter of hours.
Let's have ourselves a church service this morning.
Yet a full-throttle Saturday night seems so different from a spirit-filled Sunday morning.
Oh, how dearly God loves us.
Have you heard the one about the guy?
Many, many times.
Yeah, he tells it a lot. Yes.
It goes like this.
The guy goes to see his doctor, and the doctor just tells him, I got some really bad news for you.
Bad news for 2 things.
He says, what's that? He says, you got cancer.
Cancer, and it looks terminal. He says, well, that's terrible.
He goes, oh, that's horrible. He says, well, I got worse news than that.
Well, what's the second thing? He goes, well, you have Alzheimer's.
And he looked back at him and says, well, at least I don't have cancer.
Lon Cole has this way about him. Disarming, with his humor.
Over my head. It makes me feel good to know I can make people smile.
I dare you not to smile, watching this.
Yes! I made it!
And then there's the way he greets people.
They ask me how I'm doing, I tell them alive and thankful.
They are words.
Alive and thankful.
This father of 2.
It's become such a major part of who he is.
Now we're used to it.
That's pretty good.
Grandfather of 8.
Because everybody knows I say that.
Lives by.
I'm alive and thankful.
But he is thankful. He is thankful to be alive.
Halfway there.
And saying it.
Alive and thankful.
Every day. Since the day he came home from
It was hell.
Vietnam.
Well, I was a combat medic in Vietnam, and my job was to keep people alive. One day I went out to patch a guy up and I got shot.
Lon was left for dead when a Vietnamese soldier attached to his unit
And found me and put me over his shoulder and carried me back.
You remember that well?
Oh yes, I'll never forget that.
To hear him say that he'll never forget that is heartbreaking. Once you realize
It's pretty difficult to see your dad change.
And he has.
Yeah.
a guy goes in to see his doctor. The doctor tells him,
Why don't we just do a full battery of tests on you?
Lon is that guy, and this is no joke.
Alzheimer's is just one dementia. There's several of them. There's frontal lobal, there's, I'm going blank again.
Is that the Alzheimer's?
Yeah.
Lon was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's 3 years ago at the age of 61.
It's like a fog comes over me. I can't think at all. My mind's gone blank.
It's almost like there's a couple of lights have gone out.
The way Lon sees it,
Well, at least I don't have cancer.
You got to find peace within your soul. And laughter can help you do that.
early onset is when symptoms begin appearing before 65,
Do we lose all that we are?
like it did for everyone in Lon's support group.
Do we know what this is going to be?
I don't remember that song. The answer, my friends, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
To this, there's no control.
His wife, Chris, attends a support group for partners.
It kind of makes them get anxious all the time.
She's been his rock.
Most of the time, I just tell him I love him and, are you okay, big guy?
And I see a little bit of fear sometimes.
He still has a lot of his mind with him, and so...
A guy sitting there. He's got Alzheimer's, alone with his thoughts, and plenty of time to think.
I think he's very fearful of what's coming.
Are we forgotten as we forget?
Images come to him, and
It
phrases.
usually comes like a flash.
That's when he knows it's time.
I think sometimes he's not aware of what's coming out in those words and how they'll affect people.
I wish I could remember like I used to before. Demented. When will it darken, either day or night? Do we lose all that we are?
Those thoughts swirling in his head.
Or is the dream that never ends just memories so distant and far?
Bits and pieces of his soul coming out.
I served my country well. I did my time in hell. Was I just there? Does anyone know? Young, so young.
Lon grabs those thoughts,
The names and the faces, I knew every one.
puts them down on paper before they disappear.
There's an urgency there.
I write it down before I forget it.
Have you heard the one about the guy
I'm not afraid to face it.
who leaves behind
Be strong if you can. Life will go on.
something no one can ever take from him?
Okay, guys, have fun. Bye-bye.
It's his gift to his family.
It amazes me.
It's just a blessing to be his daughter.
His poems and pieces of his memory.
I haven't forgotten how to laugh or to cry, or say I'm alive and thankful when someone walks by. You're a super girl.
Okay, I love you.
John Sharifi, King 5 News.
Okay.
Why do you like lifting weights?
'Cause it's fun and I'm good at it.
The truth is, she's better than good. Dare we say, the best? Is there anyone better?
I'd like to welcome everyone here, the judges, the loaders, the spotters, the fans.
If there is. We'll know by the end of the day.
The 2012 Washington State Powerlifting Championships.
You bring so many people together, whether they 8 years old or 80 years old.
Men and women of all ages, shapes and sizes.
Steady. Big chest, elbows up. Now finish.
Gary.
Some people got, skeletons in the closet.
Like burns on the inside to really think about it.
These kids got freaking demons.
When I was 14, I was raped.
Child molestation, rape, all the way to murder.
There had to have been a person
that made them feel happy.
As happy as my splat pink hair.
Hope is the only thing they have left to cling on to because reality has nothing to offer these kids.
Seeing parents do things we shouldn't have seen them do.
At some point,
there had to have been a person
that made me feel loved.
Loved as a small baby bluebird
in Mama Bluebird's nest.
There had to have been someone.
Someone.
It's just a poetic idea.
Who cares so much about his beloved craft.
This act of writing is an act of resilience. It's an act of responding to the greatest pain.
And these broken kids.
I do feel this is what I was meant to do. So these guys are going back to H Hall. I need someone, but knock, knock, no one's there.
That someone is poet Richard Gold.
What's love like?
Who created a poetry project called Pongo.
This is very beautiful.
I think there, but for fortune, go you or go I.
These streets ain't no joke.
When you're living on the streets, you know the deal.
It's a dog-eat-dog world out here.
It's about surviving, finding a place to sleep.
Man, it's crazy out here.
Everybody open one bag.
Getting that next meal.
Hi.
How are you?
A peanut butter and jelly sandwich is Anthony's one meal for the day.
And it's just nice to give people things that they need.
Yeah.
If Anthony only knew what went into his first meal in 24 hours.
Tastes good.
This sandwich.
Peanut butter and jelly.
The flow is this: peanut butter passed to jelly.
If he only knew the whole story from the beginning.
Let's start with peanut butter. Let's go.
We could tell him Seattle 5th graders at St. John's School
Do you have white bread?
made the sandwiches that afternoon.
These are going to homeless people who don't have food to eat.
Ooh, yeah.
Enough sandwiches to feed all the homeless at City Hall Park.
Oh, my goodness.
If only they knew the rest of the story. The trail of the sandwiches
This is good.
ends here.
I'm from St. John's School, and we made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
I appreciate it.
Should we check your blood pressure today?
But it began months ago.
Do you want to come in here? Oh, let's go in. We can go in here.
The moment a homeless woman named Adriana
There we go.
walked into the Pioneer Square Clinic and saw something extraordinary on the wall. Adriana wanted to be up there too.
Her story was amazing.
With all the other portraits of patients at the clinic, the homeless men and women who never imagined someone asking them 2 questions.
Oh, she was like, "Can I take a picture of you?"
There.
I'm like, "Yeah, why?"
And, "Can I paint your portrait?"
Okay, I'll do it.
Oh, when she said she wanted to do my portrait, I was flabbergasted.
That question itself would make anyone feel
Important.
important.
Yeah, because somebody.
Cares.
Yeah.
And she really does.
Yes.
Any pain today?
She
Nothing?
is Nurse Mary Larson,
Yes.
treating the homeless at the clinic by day,
Let me start with your temperature.
by night,
I work from the photos of the patients.
in the comfort of her studio.
I like to do the portraits together, like a group of friends.
She's artist Mary Larson.
When I look at some of these faces, I just see absolute total joy, despite the circumstances. I watch all of these faces progress. They come to life all along the way, but there are moments when there they are. You're almost ready to start having conversations with them.
It's a struggle.
Yeah.
But nobody said the road was going to be easy.
What do you want people to know about you?
15 days after marriage, he started beating me up.
Isn't that something?
I live off just my Social Security.
That's not easy, finding your way out here on these mean streets.
Human beings can come out of hard things.
I'm still alive, doing well.
Just recently I started smiling.
Well, the sparkle in their eyes comes to life.
When she began painting the portraits 10 years ago, she realized she could make a difference.
I start thinking about what we're going to sell the paintings for.
Not for cash, though,
No money for these.
but for the things
750 sticks of deodorant.
the homeless need.
Maybe 800 pairs of brand new underwear.
Great.
Lewis's portrait just sold for something he could use in the winter.
Warm stocking caps.
Around 400 or 500.
His face made somebody happy.
Edwin's portrait, 250 boxes of cereal.
For a food bank.
There'll be a lot of healthy people walking around because of this portrait.
1,000 pairs of brand new socks. 1,500 toothbrushes. 900 tubes of toothpaste.
I couldn't believe it.
Felton's portrait, 750 cans of food.
It just blows me away.
And I said, man, that's a lot of canned goods.
So no money.
Sandwiches, yes.
I can't imagine just having one sandwich to last the whole day.
The question, how many? In exchange for Adriana's portrait, Mary Larson is about to tell those 5th graders.
If you guys are ready for a big challenge, I would like to see if you together are able to make a total of 3,000 sandwiches. Do you think you could do that? Well, that will mean you will have fed 3,000 hungry people in Seattle.
It's amazing.
Consider these sandwiches
I'm from St. John's and we made 100 today.
a down payment for the portrait of Adriana that, from now on, hangs on the wall at St. John's.
Close to God. I don't know.
You can thank Nurse Mary Larson.
Made me feel important. Famous.
When our patients lend their faces to this, to be painted, they're helping make a better world. And we need that right now.
Now you know the rest of the story and the trail of this sandwich.
That's perfect.
6 squirts.
Here you go.
John Sharifi, King 5 News.